Hello, this is Malorian, and in this game we're going to have 2,200 points of my Wood Elves against, it was either 25 or 2,400 points of Ogre Kingdoms. So this is another campaign game, looking forward to again running circles with my Wood Elves, but unfortunately there's a little hiccup in this, and that's that we have Watchtower. So I have one Achilles heel, and this is it. Luckily, built into this list to try and mitigate that weakness is actually a unit of 20 Glade Guard. Now, you may think the Glade Guard really suck in combat, and they do, but they do distinctly better when they're toughness 7 or when you're taking Shield of Thorn hits every magic phase when you charge in. So that's really what I'm really hoping here. I mean, I almost thought when we rolled the mission that I'm just screwed, but this is my big plan. So I got the unit in there. Everything is deployed within 5 inches of my board edge, so that he can't move up and shoot me with his lead belchers. And as for my list, I got the 20 archers in there, like I said, 3 units of 10 Glade Riders, 3 units of 5 the Warhawks, and then 2 units of my Way Watchers. One here in the tower that you can see, and the other one's in the far side with that forest. I have a level 4, and I have my Noble with the Hail of Doom. On his side, he has his Hunter on the Stonehorn. He has 4 Moorfang. He has 2 units of 4 Lead Belchers, a good-sized unit of about 8 or so Bulls, and in there is his Fire Belly. Then he has his big cannon gun, about 6 or 7 Iron Guts, and in there he's going to have his Slaughtermaster and his BSB. And then on the far side, he also has his Nobblers. So, yeah, that's my plan. My Warhawks are up there so that they can maybe try and tempt him into a different charge. But as soon as you put those lead belchers there, I realized I had to be more careful. And here's a picture of what's really important. It all comes down to the Watchtower. I'm really hoping that I can pull him off his game and pull him away, especially that unit of Iron Guts. If I can move them away and then just concentrate on his regular bulls, I should be able to beat them. One thing that is going to be hard, though, is that I didn't get Regrowth as one of my spells. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 for my spells, so anything I lose is not coming back, and nothing else I have can really go into that building, so it's all or nothing every turn. And here's what I'm talking about, where I move over the Warhawks to this side. They'll give him some cover against the lead belchers, and if nothing else, hopefully it'll draw in a charge from his Iron Guts, and even if it doesn't do that, it will draw in some other shooting. And yeah, of course his first turn, his bulls charge into the building, and the real danger of him having this Fire Belly is that the Fire Belly is amazingly good for going after these watchtowers. And the reason for that is that he has that one breath weapon, so that one-time use can be going into tons of kills. And of course, being the Fire Mage, he can get the Sword of Ruin, and if he gives his unit the flaming attacks, everybody's re-rolling the wound. So luckily I was able to shut down that one spell, but I was not able to shut down, of course, his breath. So end of his turn, it looks like this, and he didn't move very much, but I think a big part of that was me really pushing the psychology. This is going to be a very tough game, so I need every edge I can get, and so every single time I was trying to put second guessing into his mind, where I'm saying, once I get behind you, that's going to be pretty much it. Then you won't be able to catch me, and you better get rid of these Warhawk Riders before they get behind you, because then they're going to be causing trouble. And I'm not sure if you should be putting the Fire Belly into combat, because then I can dedicate attacks to him. And even though the Fire Belly one didn't work out, the rest did. Such things like he used his magic missile against the Warhawks when really he could have done something more effective, like boosting up his toughness so that my shooting wouldn't be doing as much. Anyway, the real thing in this turn was just the combat in the Watchtower. He killed 10 of my guys, and I held. Alright, so my turn 2 then. I have the Way Watchers leave the tower on the right. They're just kind of baiting the Mournfangs into a charge, or maybe even the Stonehorn. I have my Way Watchers dancing around on the left. Again, they're just there to be a nuisance and try and draw his attention away. That Unit 5 is up there to try and bait in a charge from his Iron Guts. And then I just released Hell into his Unit of Bulls. Now, unfortunately, my magic phase was a 2 and a 1 for spells, and he was able to dispel it. So I didn't get anything done with magic, which is horrible, but as you see there, I killed off more than half of that unit and sent them fleeing. So that was just a really nice break of luck, and hopefully this means good tidings to me. So his turn 2, he charges in his Iron Guts here, and that was really bad because obviously I needed every single guy I could. I didn't get to boost any of the toughness or anything like that, and so I'm in for a world of hurt. And yeah, I won't cover the rest of what happened, but the big thing is in here, I failed my fear test, got my butt handed to me. Then at least I had two guys, and I thought, alright, as long as I can hold, I can pull off maybe a long flanking charge with my nobles unit, hopefully try and tie them in or something like this. But then I failed my leadership 8 test as well. He takes the building, and that's really the end of it. So at this point, I just concede to my opponent. I still have my 5-hour drive to get to Fort McMurray ahead of me, and seriously, there was nothing else that could really happen. If I'm playing something else like my Bretonians, at least if you have something like your great swords that you can boost up the toughness or something like that, you can send them into a building and it can actually win the combat and actually send the people out. But of course, with the great Blade Riders, they don't hit hard. I lose my spear bonus to my strength when I'm on foot. And yeah, I'm just going to get destroyed whenever I went in. So it was just a doom thing. And the real reason why I wanted to at least post up this battle report is, for one case, I don't want anybody to say like, oh, you don't post the bad ones, you just post the good ones. This is my Achilles heel. This is it. This is how bad it can be if you run a list like this with Wood Elves. So this is the risk you take. Some other things you could do with your list to try and make this stand up better is that you could have a character that you could put into there. So if you set up your lord so that you're only getting hit on 6s on challenges, you can set him up with a 2+ save, re-rolled. So if you did things like this and just made him defensive, you could throw him into there and then just hope that he holds out. But then again, that's a lot of points going into that, and I think it's just better off just to accept that sometimes you have bad matchups. So there you have it. I get my butt kicked. Hope you liked it. Bye.